Hello and welcome to Megatrip, the travel channel that inspires you to adventure. And you join me today on a very special episode here in Dubai, where I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a little bit of what you can do if you have a Saturday morning here in Dubai. So here's what's coming up on this episode of Megatrip. Alright, okay, so we have made it down to the beach. Luckily I found a spot, got myself inflated. I'm not sure if you're going to believe me. I'm not 100% sure I completely believe myself. Now, I did promise you a very authentic, what you do on Saturday morning Dubai experience, and that's what you're going to get. Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pay my parking fine. What's not to love, eh? What is not to love? Through the magic of editing, you now know more than I do about what's going to come up on this episode of Megatrip. Now, as I said, this is a very special episode where I'm trying something a little bit different. If you watch the channel regularly, you'll know that I've recently relocated to Dubai, and that's been a little bit tricky for me when it comes to coming up with content. As you know, the channel's called Megatrip, and it is all about my travel and adventures around the globe, and that is not going to stop. But it turns out relocating your life from Europe to Asia actually takes up quite a lot of time. So I've been struggling to come up with those ideas and figure out what's actually right for you as a Megatripper to enjoy on this channel. So like I said, today we're going to try something completely different, and we're going to have a little look at what you can do if you live in Dubai that's a bit different on a Saturday morning. So join me in this very, very bloggy travel style episode, and we're going to go and have a little adventure that might involve some water, some boats, maybe some retail therapy, and really a look around this amazing, amazing city-state. So we are going to start our day on this special mega trip down in the wonderful, beautiful Jumeirah, here on the coast of the Arabian Gulf in Dubai. I love the water, I love a boat, and that is kind of what we're going to do today. I've got a new toy that we're going to try out. So this is it. It is, believe it or not, in this bag, a whole canoe. So, join me as I set up on this adventure to inflate a canoe in a car park and go out for a little paddle, or a little paddle even, on the Arabian Gulf. Now, if you enjoy that adventure, please do make sure that you hit the little like button, the thumbs up icon down there. If you've got any thoughts, feelings, if you've been here, please do leave me a comment in the comments down below. I love to hear from you on what else I should be doing. And most importantly, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do please just hit subscribe down there, turn the notifications on. It costs you absolutely nothing, it's completely free, but it massively, massively helps the channel, and it just makes sure that you don't miss any of my adventures when they drop here on Megatrip. Anyway, let's try and figure out how we get this blooming canoe inflated so we can go out on the Arabian Gulf and enjoy the beautiful beach and the sea down here in Dubai. Let's go. Alright, okay, so we have made it down to the beach, down here in Jumeirah on the Arabian Gulf. I have managed to inflate my kayak with a little bit of effort. I guess let's go and head down to the coast. Let's get the boat on the water. Let's see what we can see. I'm not going to lie, it's very, very busy down here. I know it doesn't look it on the beach, but the car park absolutely jammed. Luckily I found a spot, got myself inflated. Anyway, let's get out on the water and start our beautiful Saturday morning here in Dubai. Yalla. Alright, dear mega trippers, there we are. We are out on the beautiful Arabian Gulf. Have a little look here. You can see Jumeirah port just there. See a fishing boat coming in. And a nice little enclosed area here. Bobbing around in my little Itawit inflatable kayak, inflatable canoe. There are lifeguards on duty if you're wondering. They're absolutely fine when you bring a little boat in the water, which is nice. I guess a little bit of a review maybe in this new format. So this Itawit inflatable kayak, I got it from Decathlon. I think it might actually be the end of the line, so I've got quite a good deal on it. I'll pop the details up on screen if it's still available. You know what, the experience is super easy. Luckily I had an electric pump from the car, pumped it up, wandered down to the beach, nice and light. You can carry it as one individual. It's really surprisingly stable, although I do have to admit the paddles were a little bit broken, so one end doesn't work, so I'll have to get that seen to again from Decathlon. So I'm sure they'll sort things out quite nicely. There's some little fins on the bottom so you can control direction. Genuinely, as someone who's paddled quite a lot in my life, for not a lot of money and quite a lot of convenience, super easy. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little paddle around the Arabian Gulf as the sea is desperately trying to knock me into the beach. But Saturday mornings in Dubai, you know what? So far, not too bad. Not sure if you're going to believe me. I'm not 100% sure I completely believe myself, but just here, right here, in this water in front of me, I just saw a massive turtle rise to the surface, its back covered in barnacles. I couldn't believe it. I didn't grab the camera because I didn't have time, and disappear again. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, I think, and bob around and see if this guy comes back. But there is a lot of life out here, apparently. We'll see. Watch with me. Alright then, mega trippers, that's me done down at the beach. I've got the inflatable canoe packed back up in the boot of the car. I'm getting a little bit peckish. Now, I did promise you a very authentic, what you do on Saturday morning Dubai experience, and that's what you're going to get. Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pay my parking fine. So completely my fault, completely in the wrong. I parked in a parking lot, but let's just say not in a marked space, and it was very busy this morning, and I wanted to be near the beach. Completely my fault, and now I've got to pay for it. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to pay that parking fine, and then we're going to head off to our next destination to try and find maybe a little bit of breakfast, maybe a coffee for sure. All right, I'm going to do some admin and then we'll get going. Alrighty, I have parked up at our next destination and we're going to go in, have a little look around, see what we can see. But before I do that, I want to show you something cool about Dubai. When you park here, quite often you see this series, if you can make it out on camera, series of red and green lights. It's really simple. When you're driving around the parking lot, trying to find somewhere to park up, green for empty space, red for full. Makes it really easy to find somewhere. Another top tip, parking lots here are massive. Always take a picture of where you parked. Right, let's head in. Okay, mega tripper. So this is where I wanted to come, and I've wanted to come here for quite a while. I'm at the Souk Madinat, and this is in Jumeirah in the same area, and it is right by the Burj Al Arab, the Sail hotel, I think the first 7-star hotel in the world that you would have seen. Now, this place is a wonderful market. I was a little bit skeptical about it because it's made up to look like an old style, old school market. And you'll see that in the footage here. There's spices, there's tourist things like stickers and bags and what have you, but also some of the amazing old scents, sweet treats, carpets in this beautiful, recreated to be fair, but this beautiful old style market. And it's all in part of a much larger complex down here on the waterside. And if you look at this, I'm pretty sure this is a hotel, or bits of a hotel, all interlinked with this public area. And you can see here these inland waterways connecting the various buildings. Of course, the ubiquitous Costa Coffee over there. but it really is quite nice. Barring the tourists, look, hey, I live here, but really I'm a bit of a tourist. Barring the tourists, it is a wonderful, wonderful place. There is a real nice vibe here. It's chill, and let me tell you, dear Mega Tripper, Dubai is not a chill city. So this is rather pleasant. So I'm gonna have a little wander about before I grab myself a coffee or something to eat. But hey, this is nice. I get used to this. Let's go. So down here in this Madinat complex, you can even get little boats around, ferry you from your hotel room to the restaurant, or from the souk across to the viewpoint. It's really quite pleasant. I want to address the fakeness of it. I think that's quite often a criticism of Dubai. If I'm honest, it was kind of a thought that I had before I got here. But it's not fake, I've realised. It's not true replication. That's not what people are trying to do here. You've got to remember that Dubai is a modern city and this is a new place, and therefore this is just new, and this is the style they've built it in. And you know what? It's blooming beautiful. I could definitely spend a bit more time here. Anyway, and I keep wandering, keep looking at this amazing view. Salam. Hello. What's not to love, eh? What is not to love? So one of the things that you see absolutely everywhere in the shopping districts here are fragrances. And the local fragrances, honestly, they are delightful. There's oud, which I'm not really sure what that is, but hey, look it up. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. And that's the one thing that I've bought here while wandering around. Not too shabby. A nice 80ml bottle, and that cost me 150 dirham. So what's that, about £32, about $45 maybe. I've got no idea if that's a good price, but you know what? It's nice here just for a little bit of retail therapy. Anyway, I've seen some art, I'm going to have a little look at that, and then actually I'm going to jump back in the car and go somewhere else to finish this video off for a little bit of breakfast and a drink. Let's go. Alright then, Mega Tripper, that is my little visit to Madinat done. Just a couple of things, I guess, admin-y stuff to mention really before I head off. So number one, the parking. Look, it's pay parking here. A lot of it's done on license plate, so you can either scan the QR code or you can go to the parking machine before you leave. It is 20 dirhams an hour, so about £4, $5. That's actually quite a lot for Dubai. However, if you spend 100 dirhams, which is about £20, about $25, $30, in one of the stores, in one of the main stores, the big stores or the restaurants, they'll validate your parking and it's completely and totally free. The next admin point, I guess, is negotiation. Now, obviously in the main restaurants and the hotels and stuff, you're not going to negotiate, but in the stalls, in the market, in the souk, they're all independent traders and they all negotiate. So make sure you have your negotiating hat on. I will say the prices here, though, to start with, they're not unreasonable. So, you know, don't go too hard, but if you like to negotiate, you most certainly can. That's it for this bit of the video. I was going to stop here and get a coffee and finish the video there, but it turns out that this area is very much more kind of lunchtime evening place, as actually a lot of places in Dubai are. It's very hot during the day. People don't tend to go out, or certainly not go out and socialise in the morning hours. That's much more for either going for the mosque if you're Muslim, or of course going to the beach, doing some outdoor activity as we've done this morning. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to Barsha and we'll grab something there and finish the video there. Right, let's go drive through the wonderful and exciting Dubai traffic. Let's go. Hello, can I get a carrot tea and some samosa? Chicken please. So, I'm back in Barsha, that's where I'm living. I want to address a myth. The myth here that Dubai is expensive, and yes, it can be, but I've just stopped by a local little cafe. See this place here, it's an Indian place. big population of Indian subcontinent. I've got myself chicken samosa and a Kayaking tea. This cost me a princely sum of 2.5 dirham. So that's what? That's about 50 pence, about 70 cents maybe, about 70 euro cents. Let's give it a little go. Oh no, it's good. Excuse me, that is very, very good. And they're absolutely stuffed with chicken meat, and the Kayaking tea just there. So let's give the tea a little sip. Oh, glorious. Kayaking tea you see absolutely everywhere in Dubai. Very, very popular. It's essentially a sweet cardamom based tea. Anyway, that's where I'm going to finish today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed figuring out what you could do on a busy Saturday morning here in Dubai. Hit the beach, get the canoe out, get a traffic fine. My fault, completely deserved it. Go to the Souk, go to Madinat. Absolutely beautiful, glorious. I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to head back to the apartment for a little bit of life admin before heading out and seeing some friends this evening. But if you've enjoyed the video today, make sure you give it a little like just down there. It's a little thumbs up icon. If you enjoyed what you've seen, you've got some comments, you have a thought, you want to share about it, what else I should be doing, please, please, please do let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you're not subscribed to this video and you want to see more content like this, please do just subscribe. It's a little button down there. Turn on notifications, it's a little bell icon, and you'll get a notification every single time I drop a video here on Megatrip. Anyway, that's it for today. So all that's left for me to say is keep travelling. Join me next time here on Megatrip.
Hey!